My watch is 6:30, so I think we'll get started. And it looks like most of you are on mute, but if you're not on mute, could you mute yourself just so the background noise doesn't kind of interfere with us? Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm Kelly, if we haven't met yet. This is a 45-minute vinyasa flow. I'll try to offer some different options, so take what feels good for you. If something is too easy and you want to make it a little harder, go for it. If it's too hard, you can always modify. So let's start seated. You can sit cross-legged or in a kneeling pose. And just start to find a nice long spine here. Really lifting up through the crown of your head. And if you're comfortable, letting your eyes close or gazing down towards the ground. And as you inhale, slowly drop your chin towards your chest. Good, feeling some length along the back of your neck. Good. As you inhale, bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then exhale your chin back through center. And then inhale, left ear to left shoulder. And exhale back through the center. Inhale to the right. Exhale back through the middle. Inhale to your left. And exhale through center. You can start to kind of move here on your own if you want to stay in one spot a little longer and kind of explore. That could be nice. Just moving with your breath here as we begin. Good. Take one more round to your right. And then one more to your left. And then we'll meet with our chin back in the middle and then slowly lift your chin back upright. We're gonna just rock forward onto our hands and knees, coming into a table pose. Good. In your table pose, you want your wrists right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. And just moving with our breath here for some cat-cow. So as you exhale, start to push the mat away from your spine, gaze towards your feet or your knees. This is our cat pose. And then inhale, arching your back, pulling your heart forward, maybe looking up. Cow pose. Good. Exhale to round, really push the floor away, doming your upper back. And then inhale, arching. Good. Exhale to round. And then inhale, bringing your heart forward. Again, you can start to move here on your own, connecting to your breath. If you want to add maybe some hip circles or shaking your neck side to side, just kind of see what's going on today. I like to use cat-cow as kind of like a check-in, see what's going on in my body. Take 3 more rounds here on your own, whatever feels good. Good, and after your third one, we'll meet in our cow pose, arching your back, lifting your heart. And then walk your hands a handprint forward. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees and hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pushing your chest back towards your thighs. In this first down dog, you can pedal through your legs, bending one knee, straightening the other. Maybe wiggle your hips side to side if that feels good. In your down dog, you want your hips as your highest point. So really push into your whole hand pushing down and forward on your mat. Good. Start to find some stillness here in your down dog, gazing back towards your toes. And then at the bottom of your exhale, look forward and start to take little itty bitty steps to the top of your mat. Good. When you get there, you're going to inhale, halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shins. Gaze forward. You want a nice long spine. We're trying to get rid of the rounding in our upper back. So if you feel like you're really rounded here, bend your knees a little and send your hips back and try to lengthen through your heart. Good. Exhale, fold it back down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift again, trying to find a nice long spine. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Good. One more, just like that. Inhale, fingertips to your shins, lengthen your heart. Exhale, fold. Good. This time as you breathe in, open your arms wide, rise all the way to standing. Arms lift overhead. Good. And then exhale, arms by your side. Tadasana. Beautiful. As you inhale, you're going to clasp your hands behind your low back. You could use a towel here too. And then inhale, puff up your chest, roll your shoulders back. Breathe in. And then exhale, fold it forward. Bringing your interlace up and over your head, letting your head hang heavy. You can keep a pretty deep bend if your knees, if that feels good. Breathing into your shoulders here. Good. If you have your interlace, carefully let your hands come down to the mat. And then inhale, halfway lift one more time, lifting your spine, fingertips to shins. As you exhale, plant your hands. We'll step back to a high plank pose, an upper push-up position. We're going to hold this first one here to build some heat. So we want our body in a nice long line, shoulders in line with our hips. Good. Gently lower your knees down and we'll come to child's pose. So bring your big toes together, knees out wide. Send your hips back and crawl forward, letting your forehead rest on your mat here. So know that this pose is always an option. If you're feeling a little tired or like you need to rest, you're welcome to come here at any point. You don't need to wait for me to cue it. Try to make this child's pose a little more active, crawling your fingertip forward so that your elbows lift off the mat. Good, and then as you inhale, rise back up onto table pose. Good, we're gonna kick our left leg out to the side like a little kickstand and stretch your right leg straight back. And then you're gonna inhale and reach your right arm to the sky. Good, you're welcome to keep your right arm straight up as is, or you can reach up and alongside your ear for this nice side stretch. So feeling all this length along the right side of your body. Really reach through your fingertips and press through your right heel. Good. As you inhale, bring your right arm straight up again. You may want to walk your left hand just a handprint forward. We're going to start to lean into that and lift your right leg. So this is our baby half moon. Really flex your right toes towards your face. Again, you're welcome to stay balancing here, or you can start to bend your right knee and reach back and grab your right foot for a little quad stretch. So you can pull it in towards your glutes, or you can kind of kick it away from you for more of a back bend heart opener. It is up to you. And make sure you're breathing here, not holding your breath. Good. If you have your foot, slowly let that go. And then lower your right foot down. Lower your right hand down, and then we'll come back to table. I'm just going to turn around so I'm not backwards for you guys. And the same thing on our other side. So kick your right leg out to the side like a little kickstand. Stretch your left toes back on the mat. And then inhale, reach your left arm to the sky. Good, we'll start here. If it feels okay, you can reach up and alongside your left ear, becoming this nice long line from your left fingertips down to your left heel. Feeling the stretch all along the left side of your body. Good, start to reach your left arm back up, straight up to the sky. You may want to walk your right hand just a handprint forward as you lean into it and lift your left leg. Our baby half moon here. Shaking is good. Means we're working hard. So you're welcome to stay here or start to bend your left knee. Reach back and grab your left foot. And then again, you can choose kicking it in towards your glutes for more of a quad stretch or reaching back for a heart opening. Checking in with your breath. Make sure you're not holding it. One more here. Good. Gently let go of your foot if you have it. Come back to our half moon, baby half moon. And then we'll lower our arm and our leg down, coming back to table. Good. From table, again, walk your hands a handprint forward. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees and hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pushing your chest back towards your thighs, lifting your hips high. Good. If you lost your breath, come back to it. Down dog's always a good place to check in with your breath. As you inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Then you can start to open your right hip, bend your right knee. You can roll your right ankle around if that feels good. Good, then start to straighten and square your right leg, and then step your right foot in between your hands. And you can help it up there if it needs some help. Ground your back heel, and then inhale, rise, warrior two. Good, so when you get up, you can always check on your alignment. We want our right toes facing straight forward and our left toes turned in slightly. Bending into your right knee, gazing out over your front right fingertips. These look great. As you inhale, start to straighten your right leg and then lean your upper body back, right hand to the sky. Your left hand can reach down your left leg. A reverse triangle. And then inhale, bring your upper body back upright. We're gonna bump our hips back, back, back. Reach forward, reach, reach, reach. And when you can't reach anymore, lower your right hand down and left hand to the sky for triangle pose. Good. So in triangle, we want to keep our heart nice and open. It's almost like we're leaning back a little. So see if you can find that here. Good. As you inhale, push into your feet, rise back up, and then start to bend into your right knee again, warrior two. And then we'll exhale to side angle. So you can rest your right elbow on your right thigh, and then reach your left arm alongside your ear. You're welcome to stay here. If you're comfortable with this, you can bring your right hand inside of your right foot for a deeper variation, but do what feels good for you. Good. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to bring cartwheel your hands down around your front foot and then lift your back heel. We're going to keep our left hand planted and then inhale, twist your right arm to the sky. Good. As you exhale, plant your right hand down. We're gonna step back to high plank. And then exhale, lower yourself down all the way to your belly. Good, inhale for cobra, just this baby back bend, pushing into your hands, lift your heart, your shoulders. And then exhale, lower yourself back down. Good, tuck your toes under, your knees can stay up or down as we push ourselves back up to high plank. And then downward facing dog. Good, when you get to down dog, it may feel good to check in with your breath. Maybe taking a big breath in through your nose. And then exhale out your mouth, let it go. Good, as you inhale, reach your left leg high. Start to open your left hip, bend your left knee, roll your ankle. Good, then start to straighten and square your left leg and step it forward in between your hands. You can help it get up there. Ground your right heel and then inhale, rise, warrior two. Beautiful. So when you get up, check on your alignment. Your left foot pointing straight forward, your right foot turned in slightly. Bend into your left knee, gaze over your left fingertips. And then inhale, start to straighten your left leg. Lean your upper body back. Your right hand can go down alongside your right leg. Reverse triangle here. And then inhale, start to bring your upper body back upright. Send your hips back. Reach, reach, reach forward. When you can't reach anymore, lower your left hand down and reach your right hand to the sky. Triangle. Good, see if you can keep opening your heart, maybe leaning back a little in this triangle pose. Push into your feet to bring your upper body back upright, and then bend into your left knee, warrior two. Good, take a breath in, and then exhale, side angle. So your left forearm can rest on your left thigh, right arm alongside your ear. Try to take the same variation as the other side. So you can stay here, or start to bring your left hand down inside of your left foot, making sure your heart stays open. One more breath. Good, push in, actually as you exhale, start to bring both hands down around your front foot. Lift your back heel up. You're gonna plant your right hand down and then twist your left arm to the sky. Good, plant your left hand down. We'll step back to high plank. And then as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down to your belly. We're gonna stick with cobra here. So as you inhale, push into your palms, lift your heart, your shoulders, your chest. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under, knees and hips. Knees can stay up or down. So push yourself back up to high plank and downward facing dog. Good, start to lower your knees down. We'll take a little break in child's pose here, bringing your big toes together, letting yourself rest for a few breaths here. Maybe grabbing some water like I'm gonna do. Good, take about 2 more breaths resting here. And then when you're ready, we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Good, in our down dog, we're gonna start to crawl your hands back towards your feet to the back of your mat. And then inhale, halfway lift again, fingertips to shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, and as you fold, you're gonna pick up one foot at a time and slide your hand under here for a little wrist stretch. So it might be hard to see, but I'm picking up my foot and then sliding my hand under. And do that for both feet here. And then let your head hang heavy. You can have a pretty deep bend in your knees if you can't get your hands all the way down. And then it might feel nice to wiggle your toes, give your wrist a little relief. Good. Carefully take your hands out from underneath your feet. Then we're going to slowly roll ourselves up, one vertebrae at a time. Our head, the last thing to lift. When you get up there, take a few shoulder rolls here. Okay, we're going to take a little balancing. So we're going to start balancing on your left leg. So start to find, spread out your left toes, find some balance there. And we're going to come into tree pose. So bringing your right knee or your right foot can stay on the mat as a little kickstand to your calf, or you can help it up all the way to your inner thigh. Once you have your legs, bring your hands to heart center. Finding something to stare at on the ground, something that's not moving. And if you're comfortable, you can grow your tree, letting your branches go tall. Try to use your standing leg to push into your foot and your foot right back into your standing leg. Start to bring your hands back through heart center. And then we're gonna stay balancing, but we're just gonna turn our right knee forward, keeping your right foot flexed. And then we're gonna cross your right knee onto your left ankle and start to sit back here for this standing figure four pose. So my right ankle is on top of my left knee, and then I'm sitting back like in chair pose. And then probably feeling a lot of sensation in your right outer hip. Good, one more breath here. And then exhale, just start to stand back up. Let it go, you can shake it out. That's a lot for one leg. All right, and then coming right to the other side. So standing on your right leg, spreading your right toes wide, tree pose to start. So your left leg can be a little kickstand here, balancing on your calf or all the way up to your inner thigh. Just avoid your knee. Good, you are welcome to start with hands in prayer. And then when you feel comfortable, letting your branches grow. Good, use that standing leg and push it into your foot and your foot right back into your standing leg. Good, if your branches are up, start to bring your hands back through heart center. Again, staying balancing, we're just gonna turn our left knee forward, left toes flex, and then start to cross your left ankle on top of your right knee and sit back here for this figure four pose. And if you fall out of it, just come right on back. Remembering to breathe. One more breath here. And then inhale, start to stand back up, let it all go. We made it. You can shake your legs out a little. Good, come towards the top of your mat if you are not there. And we'll inhale, lift your hands, maybe lift your gaze. And then exhale, swan dive it forward, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. And then from here, you can choose your way to down dog. If you just want to lift your hips up and back, that is fine. Or you can lower yourself down to your belly. Inhale for your back bend. And then exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog, hips high. Good. When you get there, as you inhale, reach your right leg high. And then exhale, step your right hand in between, your right foot in between your hands, excuse me. Lower your left knee down. And then inhale, rise, or low lunge. Good, so see if you can not take too much, but send your hips forward as you reach up and back with your arms. Really engage your fingers, spreading them wide. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, start to cactus your arms, bending at the elbows, opening your heart. Good. Inhale, reach your fingertips to the sky again. Exhale, plant your hands down and start to straighten your right leg for half splits here. So in our half splits, my right toes are flexing towards my face. You can stay upright, or if it feels okay, start to fold over your right leg. If you have full splits in your practice, you're welcome to go for that. It is up to you. Wherever you are, keep trying to pull your right hip back in space a little bit. Breathe into your right hamstrings, the right back of your leg. One more breath here. Slowly start to bend back into your right knee. We're gonna plant our hands. Lift your left knee, we'll step back to high plank. And then your journey to down dog. You can lift your hips, or you can slowly lower yourself down. Inhale for your back bend. And then exhale, meeting with our hips high. Our chest aiming back towards our thighs. And as you inhale, reach your left leg high. And then exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. Lower your back knee down. And then inhale, rise, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good. Without taking too much, if you can send your hips forward. And then reaching your arms up and back, spread your fingers wide. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, bend your elbows, cactus your arms, lift your heart. It's a little back bend here. Good. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, plant your hands down. Start to straighten your left leg, half splits here. Flexing your left toes towards your face. You can stay upright, or if it feels okay, folding forward. If you have full splits in your practice, you're welcome to do that now. One more breath here. Carefully start to bend back into your left knee. We're going to plant your hands, lift your right knee, step back, high plank. And then your journey to down dog, however you want to get there. Meeting back in downward facing dog here. Good. Slowly start to bring your knees back down to the mat for table. And then we're going to come to thread the needle. So I haven't done this on video yet. It's kind of like a big pretzel, so bear with me. I'm going to try and do it with you guys, and then I'm going to come take a peek at the computer and see how you're looking. If you have a question, just take yourself off mute and shout it out at me, okay? So for thread the needle here, you're going to inhale, reach your left arm high, and then exhale, start to thread it behind your right hand, coming down, resting your left shoulder and the left side of your face on the mat. And then using your right fingertips to kind of roll your heart open. And I think from what I see, everyone's got it, so this looks good. And just breathing into that space between your shoulder blades. Keep pushing into your right fingertips to roll your heart open. And then inhale, start to push into your right hand to bring yourself back up. Lift your left arm high, and then come back to table. You got it. Just going right to the other side. So take a breath in, reach your right arm high, and then exhale, thread your right arm behind your left, coming down on the right shoulder, the right side of your face, using your left hand to open your heart. Breathe into that space in between your shoulder blades. And then as you inhale, start to push into your left hand to bring you back up. Reach your right arm high one more time. And then exhale, bring yourself back to table here. Good. Just start to sit back, send your hips back, bring your legs around. And then we're going to come into Tarasana, which is just this wide diamond shaped pose in between your legs. So my heels are not really close to me. I have more of a diamond shape. So grab onto your shins or your ankles and take a breath in, lift your heart, lift through your crown. And then exhale, start to fold yourself forward. Stopping where your body tells you to stop. Don't take too much here. Some of you could maybe even stack your hands and let your forehead rest. Starting to turn inward here. And then as you breathe in, slowly roll yourself back upright. And then stretch both legs long, straight out in front of you. And then kind of roll up onto your bones. And you're welcome to do this pose with knees bent if that's a little more accessible here. So you can start like this and then maybe straighten them as you go along. So as you inhale, reach your fingertips high, breathe in. And then exhale, start to fold forward over your legs, grabbing onto your shins, ankles, feet, wherever you can reach. And then think about growing the crown of your head towards your feet. And as you inhale, slowly roll yourself back up. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our back. So you can just keep rolling back if you're in the middle of your mat. Otherwise, you might need to move yourself. And just come all the way down onto your back. When you get there, bring both knees in. Give yourself a little hug here. Wrap your hands around your legs. You can rock side to side. Good. And then lower your feet down onto the mat. Just like our standing figure four pose, we're going to come to that on our backs here for a little reclined pigeon. So start with your right ankle crossed over your left knee, and then start to lift your left leg up and then reach through that little space between your legs, and then you can grab the back of your left thigh. And then to whatever feels good, pull your left thigh towards you. Hopefully feeling a lot of sensation in your right outer hip here. Keeping your right toes flexed to keep your knees safe. Gently let that go, bringing your left foot down, uncrossing. And then we'll just set up for the other side. So cross your left ankle over your right knee. Take your right leg up and then reach through and grab the back of your right leg. Keeping your left toes flexed. Carefully letting go of that side. Bring your feet back to the mat. Good. And then give yourself one more hug here, bringing both knees in, wrapping your arms around. And then bring your arms out like a T, palms facing up. And then just carefully send both knees over to your right for a little supine twist here. So our knees are over to the right. If it feels okay, you can pick your head up and look up and over your left shoulder. Only if that feels all right in your neck. If not, you can just gaze straight up at the ceiling. Trying to keep our left shoulder on the mat or close to it. And then as you breathe in, bring both knees back through the center. And then send them over to your left. If it feels okay, you can pick your head up and look over your right shoulder. But if that bothers your neck, just look straight up at the ceiling. My right shoulder's trying to stay on the mat. Inhale yourself back through center. And then a little happy baby here. So you can grab your outer ankles or the outsides of your feet. And then just letting yourself roll here. If there's anything else you would like before our final resting pose, please take that now. Feel free, whatever would feel good for you. Otherwise, if you're ready, Shavasana is all yours. So our final resting pose, sprawling your legs out long, arms by your side, palms facing up, letting your body soak in all of your hard work here, giving yourself a chance to rest. If you're comfortable, letting your eyes close. Very slowly starting to bring some movement back into your fingers and your toes. Rolling your wrists and your ankles. It feels good, taking a good morning stretch, reaching all the way up and over your head, down through your toes. Good, and then rolling to one side, resting there. And slowly and carefully making your way up to a comfortable seat. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you can find some part of your yoga to take off of your mat, whether that's some balance, like in tree pose, or some strength, like in plank pose, or maybe just a reminder to take a deep breath. I hope you have a wonderful, safe, and healthy evening. Namaste.